On that same day, we got the Elimination Chamber. We're going to run through these matches real quick. So, first match, we got Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Singles match, non-title match. Who you think is going to win?
Brock. It's Brock. Brock don't show up unless he's going to win, unless he's going to go fade into obscurity. But you're gonna keep it on Brock, and then you're gonna bring Brock to Mania so you can collect another paychecks. That's just my short answer as to why it's Brock. Brock
Right.
came here for a paycheck.
That's a fact. That's a fact. A paycheck and a win, either a win or some type of match is going to lead to another paycheck. But I do believe that Brock is going to win this one because I think no. Actually, I think Bobby's going to win this one. I take that back. Bobby's going to win this one because I think Brock won the last one. I think Brock won the last one in like a very sneaky way, which is uncharacteristic of him. But I finally think we're going to get the Hurt Business Bobby Lashley to pull up and do damage. With that in mind, I do believe that Bobby Lashley is going to win. So
Nah, I'm on Brock.
we'll
Next.
see. We're going to find out. The next match is Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. Who we got? From your unbiased opinion.
My unbiased opinion.
From your unbiased
I'm
opinion.
so sick of her. I'm so sick of her. I'm very sick of her wardrobe. I'm very sick of him grabbing her invisible ass. Like, I'm very sick of a lot of things I've been seeing on my television. I feel like it has to go to Rhea. If I'm trying to speak from a very non-logical standpoint, as much as I want Rhea to end Beth yet again, because that was the best moment of my life outside of Randy Orton, RKO Beth. Those were 2 times I was happy in my life. I don't think I've ever been as happy since. But I think that Rhea Ripley has to be the person that like wins the match overall. I know that Edge is going on his way out. This is just something fun for him to do with his wife. I feel like as of right now, he doesn't care to be champion. He's just at a point where he wants to be involved, be on TV, help put other people over and make them seem important. Why would you put Rhea in a predicament to lose? Especially since she just won the Royal Rumble. It just seems illogical. I feel like you have to have her be the person to get the win for this entire match, just to build her momentum. Edge got to do something fun with the Butler, and Rhea gets a nice little rub, and she carries out her momentum to her Mania match. That is what I think.
I actually fully agree with you. I think we are going to get.
She the Butler, yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna slander her like that. But what I will say is,
I
don't
will.
believe that.
Block
Yeah,
me, bitch. Block me
of
from your
course.
account. Don't block me from his account. Block me from your account, you scary bitch. But go on.
That's the C4. But you're right. I don't believe that Edge wants a championship. I think he wants to just have compelling stories. I think that Rhea and Finn are going to win this one because Rhea needs momentum going into a WrestleMania match with Charlotte. I think that she's actually going to score the pinfall on Beth. And I think that this match is going to, even though it's going to be Edge and Finn in it as well, I think that this is going to kind of serve as the blow off for Beth and Rhea. So I think that it's going to be Rhea's going to pin Beth in this, and then Rhea's going to go into Mania. I think that the story is going to continue with Edge and the rest of the Judgment Day. There have been rumors surrounding a potential Hell in a Cell match at Mania, which I wouldn't be completely opposed to, as kind of like the blow off match, the match that ends it all. So I do believe that Rhea and Finn are going to win. So I'm going to go with the local Judgment Day. All right, so moving on from that match, we have the 2 chamber matches. We have Asuka versus Liv Morgan versus Nikki Cross versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalia versus Carmella in a women's elimination chamber match to determine the number 1 contender for Bianca Belair's Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Who do you got?
I feel like Well, Triple H has a hard on for Raquel, so I could see Raquel getting it just because it's Raquel.
Mm,
But I wouldn't be entirely mad just because that's actually visually not a bad match. I mean, they already tossed it up in NXT. I could see Triple H trying to build off of that. However, Kana has made her debut just a couple weeks ago. And the fans are eating it up.
mm,
We love this weird, creepy side that we're getting to Asuka or Kana. So I think that it would only make sense if you have Asuka just maul through everybody. Not like maul like as bad as like how not Maul as bad as Shayna did, but get rid of all like the irrelevant blondes that she listed, like Natty and fucking Carmella and Liv Morgan. Maul through them bitches because they just irrelevant. But
right.
lead it off to a standoff with someone like Raquel, to where you're not burying the division
Mm,
and you're still like building somebody up, because again I know he's very high on Raquel,
mm,
so that's the way I see it ending. But Asuka has to get the win if they want to bring any relevancy to this gimmick and
mm,
help people understand the importance, because some people are thinking that this is just Asuka just playing around with makeup and just wanting to just be like, evil.
right.
And I feel like they need to get the full gist by seeing this gimmick in motion, full on motion. So put her over. But Triple H knows what he's doing in this sense. Like it books itself. Asuka just has to win this one.
And I agree with you there. I believe that Asuka is going to win this one. I believe that a victory in the women's elimination chamber gives the gimmick credibility. I also believe that it gives payoff to her rebrand, right? Like, you don't go into hiding for months on end and come back with a completely new look just to lose to Carmella. Like, no. So I think that Asuka is going to win this match, and we're getting Asuka and Bianca at Mania, which I personally love that for both Oscar and Bianca. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Oscar for the win. Now, for the United States Championship, we have Austin Theory versus Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed versus Johnny Gargano versus Damian Priest versus Montez Ford. Who do you got?
Damn, that's a lot of people.
It is.
Um, uh, damn, that would be crazy if Montez got that.
That will be tough.
Like, I would love that so much. I don't feel like it's gonna go to Montez, but I feel like if you want to like throw us a bone and do something really unpredictable, it'd be fire if you had Montez Ford win. I know it's not Damian Priest because he's kind of just there just to, you know, just to show, just to like put his participation in points for the Judgment Day. Even though I think his role is kind of irrelevant. Austin Theory, I don't know how high Triple H is on Austin Theory. I mean, I know he was back in NXT, but I just feel like for him to win, I just think that it's eh. Like I personally don't really believe very much in him. Johnny Gargano, he hasn't really done much of anything. Like he's
Mm,
there, but he's not there. He's kind of like an annoying bug in my ear when I see him on the main roster. No, he's just like annoying. Like I don't explain it. Like he's too. He already gave me dad energy before he was a dad, but now it's like extra dad energy. Like I can't
extra
do it.
dad-esque.
I can't do it. It's so cringy. It's like a dad that wants to be a wrestler. You know what I mean? Like he never
Yeah,
got to like follow his dream as a kid. So he's experiencing it now in his 30s. That's the vibe I get off of Johnny Gargano. Even I know
right.
he's not all these things. It's just he's annoying to me. Seth Rollins doesn't really need to win, but if Seth Rollins ever wins, I'm never complaining because I fucking love Seth Rollins and his annoying red boots.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Bronson Reed could benefit though. That's always a great way to put over someone that we haven't seen in a while, especially since he just got back into the company. I wouldn't be
Right.
mad if Bronson Reed won either, just because it's new and it's fresh. Final answer. I'm gonna guess Bronson Reed, but my
Cool.
heart wants Montez Ford.
Mm. My heart wants Montez Ford or Johnny Gargano, but I think we're getting Austin Theory to retain. And I believe The reason why is because at Mania, I think we're going to get Austin Theory versus John Cena for the US title. I think
But
we're
who
getting
wants to see
Theory.
that?
I don't know. I don't listen. I don't know. I just think in my heart of hearts, that's what we're getting. But I think that because that's what we're getting, I think because of that, Austin Theory retains. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Theory versus Cena. Me personally.
I only wouldn't because it's Cena, but I don't give a shit about Austin Theory. But and I get why, because visually you're getting the ruthless aggression looking Cena versus aged out Cena. You
Fine
know what I mean?
wine
Bald spot
Cena.
Cena. No,
Fine
bald spot
wine
Cena.
Cena. Very true. That is bald spot Cena. But
I hope the bald spot makes the game. By the way,
that nah, chill. Don't do my bro John like that. Let him have his full head, bro. That's my guy. I love John Cena. But that would be just grimy. But yeah, I think that's what we're getting at Mania. I think we're getting Cena. Um, I think we're getting Cena and what's the face at Mania? Cena and Austin
what's
Theory
his
at
face?
Mania. And because of
That's
that,
what he
Austin
is.
Theory is going to return. And I think champions come out last. So I think Bronson Reed is going to like run through everybody, and then it's just going to be Austin Theory and whoever's left, and he's just going to pick up the pieces. But
Mm-hmm.
going from that into the last match, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn for the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. Who we got? Is it Roman or is it Sami? I need to see. I need to know.
This is hard. I mean, it's hard, but it's not hard. It's hard because my heart wants Sammy because that is the bow tie to such a beautiful, well told 3 year plus long storyline.
Mm-hmm.
To have Sammy win. And I just feel like just because it's Elimination Chamber, that is not going to be Sammy, knowing that we have a setup for Cody.
Mm.
Um and they're still trying to continue. But however, if they want to give Jey Uso a role, the only way I could see Sammy winning is if they have Roman beat the living dog shit out of Sammy, beat him down. Sammy gets like this babyface power up energy going, right? And then he's fighting for his life to beat Roman and he's trying to win by the skin of his teeth. And maybe Jey Uso does pop up and assist Sammy because he's that much sick and tired of Roman shit. Because aren't they still looking for Jey?
Yes, they are. They are still looking for Jay.
So who's to say that we don't finally see Jay until he pops up and sabotages Roman so that Sammy doesn't win cleanly, you know?
Yeah.
And then they could still call back with Cody. And maybe
Yeah.
Cody could be a little disappointed that he didn't win cleanly. Okay, I would only season it. If they
That
want
would have
to
seasoned it.
make Sammy win, but then play off of Sammy's insecurities because Sammy is not the most confident dude. You know what I
Yeah. Yeah.
mean? He believes in himself because of Roman and the bloodline and enjoying being like a lackey, being part of something. And someone just said, go out and do what you have to do and take that belt off of this man clean. You know, it'd be great if Sammy was having like a celebration and then Cody just kind of shook his head and he's just like, like, that's not your belt. We need to see that again. Like, that's not your belt. What?
Wait a
Your face.
minute. There's a callback
Nah, tell.
that can happen. And I just realized this is another layer of the story. Remember in NXT when Sami Zayn was going for the NXT championship against Neville and he kept having matches with him and the thing was you can't win the big one. That's what the root of the insecurity is. That he can't win the big one. That's why Cody gave him the pep talk because he still has the underlying security that he can't win the big one.
Oh my god, that's
And
amazing.
they can call back to this in the match because there's still Roman, like in this particular part of his career, it's not Neville, it's not the NXT championship, but it's Roman Reigns and it's his championship.
Yeah.
This is the big one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Why
So
are we not booking this?
I don't know, but it's
Go
like
ahead.
I'm like thinking, wow, this is another call. This is another callback. But
There's so
with that,
much you could do with this.
there's
There's
so much
so
you can do
much
with
you
this,
could do with this.
and there's so many layers. And my heart, like you said, my heart wants Sammy, but I think that Roman is going to take it. I think that Roman is going to take it by the skin of his teeth. I think that Jay is definitely going to play a role in this, which is the reason why we haven't really seen him around like that. But I think Roman is going to win.
But do you think that if he does make an interference and tries to help Sammy win, do you think that we're gonna end up seeing Roman versus Jay down the line? Because if he does
Absolutely,
win, you still
absolutely, and that's part of the unraveling of the bloodline is because Jay was the first. Jay was like the first real member. It was like Paul Heyman and then Jay. And then Jimmy came back. And then Sammy tried to join. And then Solo came back. So I feel like just like they all joined one by one, they're all going to unravel one by one. So Sammy's now not a part anymore. Then Jay's not going to be a part anymore. Then Jimmy, then Solo. But I think, yeah. Jesus. So thick.
yeah. It
So
is. It could go
dense.
either way, but
It could
but
go
that's how
either
you
way.
know you got a good story
Right.
because it could go in multiple ways because they just dropped off too many gems to play with. So you
Right.
can't be mad with either decision. This is how
Right.
wrestling's supposed to feel. I should feel like I don't know who got it, but whoever does got it, I'm not completely mad, but I'm definitely gonna feel some type of way. You
Exactly.
know,
Wow. That was so good. Anyway,
this show's gonna be
anyway,
great.
anyway, anyway. That concludes our Elimination Chamber predictions for the week. Um, be sure to join us once again, 316 space, Saturday night. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be fun. Join us. We're gonna be building community. It's gonna be a lot of the Royal Rumble one was great, and I assume that this one's gonna be great as well. So just stay tuned. But